All right, so just two more races to go throughout the season. I think right now, especially with the way the point standings are now, I think this is about as dramatic as it could possibly get.
Yeah, just about.
Oh yeah, so I'm happy about that. I think and I really hope I hope it's Sunday afternoon race because I don't want the race to be delayed where I miss it again, like
Yeah,
last year.
yeah. Last year, like that's the first time I remember a rain delay or anything like that at Phoenix. I don't know. I mean, maybe I haven't been paying attention, but I don't remember that happening for a long time. Phoenix is usually known for like perfect weather well, not perfect, but hot,
Yeah.
like clear skies every time they go there.
I gotta say though, I'm impressed with the way the Air Titans work. I mean, I was kind of a little skeptical of them at first, but I think that was a good investment on NASCAR's part.
Yeah, yeah. I really think.
That's like literally the only good thing Brian France has ever done for the sport.
Yeah, I really think that they should just go like the extra mile and just build domes on a lot of the tracks.
I don't know about that would be cool, but like it's the emissions. Like that doesn't seem very. I'm kind of worried about the health of the fans in that regard.
Mm,
'Cause you have
yeah.
no,
Well, I mean,
because you have a dome that'll be holding in all the
yeah,
fumes.
you could well, or at least over the racing surface, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like you could still have the infield be open because you don't really care if it rains there. Um, but just over the track because I don't know. I mean, especially places like Bristol and a lot of the shorter tracks where it wouldn't be quite so ridiculous. I think I don't
Oh
know.
no, but yeah, they have tracks. I mean, they have stadiums like that where like the middle of like you have a small hole like in the middle of like the stadium, but like the entire grandstands can be are covered if it rains.
Yeah,
Like you have soccer stadiums like that in Brazil. I mean, fuck, you have stadiums like that in Europe.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it would kind of be worth it because they would never have rain delays again. Um,
Well, you can only do that for Bristol, but I don't see how
I don't
it,
know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
for
it would definitely be
Daytona
pricey.
for Daytona or Talladega, that would be insanely expensive
Yeah.
because of all the
Also,
track you
the thing
cover.
is, like, you wouldn't really need it at Talladega because it doesn't rain often there. Daytona it rains almost every year, um, in some way. But
Rain
yeah,
tires.
yeah, there's some track. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like that would be kind of badass to see him finally switch to rain tires.
I don't know how you can. I mean, that seems like a challenge for engineers, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't count on Goodyear doing it because Goodyear sucks. But like, I don't know. They need to bring back the tire wars. Honestly, like let Firestone and Pirelli into it so that Goodyear actually has to try to build a good tire from now on.
Oh yeah, you mean yeah, monopolies suck.
Yeah, because back when it was like Goodyear and Hoosier, um, you didn't have quite as many just like random tire blowouts, and then the Goodyear representative shows up and he's like, nope, nothing, absolutely at all with the tire. It was entirely the crew chief.
I think
It's
I
never
need.
our fault.
I think I need a red hat that says "Make NASCAR capitalistic again."
Yeah,
That might not be a bad thing at this point. I think you see the harm of when you have when one company has a monopoly over the tires.
yeah,
I think it was the same problem. Well, there have been exceptions to the rule where monopolies have worked out all right. I mean, that time went back in IndyCar a few years ago when it was only Honda making engines. They
yeah.
actually were doing a good job,
Oh,
but that hasn't. But I think it was still a good idea to let Chevy compete with them because Chevy's somehow found a way to do it better.
yeah. I mean, Formula One used to do that where they'd have was it Michelin and Bridgestone, and you could pick. I think you had to pick on a season by season basis. You could do race by race, but it made the racing a lot more interesting because typically like one tire would have better like kind of qualifying like grip, the other tire would have a lot better long run grip, and it like made the strategies really interesting. Um, so it'd be kind of cool to see NASCAR do that, but I'm sure they won't.
All right, and I'll just start off with each of the drivers, starting from the bottom with Kurt Busch, 34 points back. Not really much of a surprise. I mean, I'm already kind of amazed he made it this far to begin with, kind of
Yeah.
like with last year.
Mhm.
And we all knew that Martinsville and Texas were some of his weaker tracks, but I think Phoenix is probably his strongest out of the three. But I think he's for at this point. He's got to win. I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely. Um,
which he could. I mean,
yeah, I was about to say, like, since he's been with Stuart Haas, he's actually been really strong with he doesn't have the finishes, maybe, but he's had the speed, certainly. So,
like with
um,
last year, like he jumped the start, but he was able to get back on the lead lap and finish 12th, which was actually really good. I mean, it showed
yeah,
his
that
car had the
was
speed.
mostly under green flag too. I mean,
Yeah.
he went like 100, 200 laps or something all under green and made up a lot of those spots.
Yep. And with that, I'll just go through all of his stats here. 27 starts, one win, the 2005 spring race. That's back when he was with Roush. Six top fives and 16 top tens. So, I mean, he can get a top. It's the same thing with speed and finishes. He usually does have a top five car at Phoenix, but he always struggles to get the finish. His
Yeah,
average finish is 13.4.
yeah,
Next is his teammate Kevin Harvick, who I was thinking would actually replenish some of his spots back. I think he was down by 16 last time. Now he's down by 18. At least he gets the cutoff points. Um, oh, hold on. I think I always keep forgetting. We always like to. It's not just the Phoenix preview, but we also want to go over the finishes. I mean, I forgot what was Kurt Busch's finish at Phoenix. I mean, at Texas.
Texas. I don't remember. I can look it up really quick. I don't think he ran that. Or I think he finished well. He didn't run that well, but maybe I could be just
No, he
misremembering.
did not finish well at all.
Okay, then I'm misremembering. Uh,
Yeah, he finished 20th, 22nd
okay,
at Martinsville, 20th at Phoenix.
yeah, never mind then. Well, it's not surprising. Um, like Phoenix really is the only track I think they have a shot at the top five. Um, like one of the few tracks out of all 10 chase races where I think they could actually do the top five.
Yeah, started 10th, fell back to 20th, one lap down.
Yep.
About as bad as it can get.
Yep.
Um, for Harvick, he got sixth place, right? And of course, under the controversy, getting into the back of Austin Dillon. I mean, that was quite a way to avoid the wreck too, because Austin Dillon bounced back off. He bounced off the wall and nearly hit him.
Yeah. Yeah. That was unfortunate that he also didn't take it out, but whatever.
And this is the whole thing we're talking about. You mentioned a few days ago. Is this? I mean, I don't think Austin Dillon has the balls to wreck Harvick at Phoenix, but
I was gonna say the same thing. I wish he did because I would love it for Harvick finally to get some kind of repercussions for his shenanigans. But
Talladega from last year. Oh yeah. Like I'll root for Dillon to crash him, but I really don't have many illusions. I don't think it's gonna happen.
yeah,
I want to be proven
maybe
wrong.
he'll like give him a nudge or something and that gives him a tire rub and then he blows the tire. But that's about it.
Yeah. Like I said, I hope he proves me wrong, but I just know it's not likely. But then
Yeah.
again, a Trump presidency was unlikely as well.
Yeah.
I
It'd
just
be
want to say,
amazing if it was like lap one, on the initial start, and Dillon just like turns him all the way into the wall.
yeah, because I think Dillon starts seventh, Harvick starts sixth.
Yeah.
Hey, that
So
could happen.
that would be pretty funny.
Thank you.
I'd gain a lot of respect for him. Totally.
And yeah, all right. So, but Harvick, I'll go over his Phoenix stats because again, I think he's in the same position as Kurt Busch, needs the win, but Stuart Haas always runs well at Phoenix. Even Danica runs okay at Phoenix, which is kind of a weird thing to say. I mean, she's not like top, she's not like top 10, but at least top 15 sometimes, which
Yeah,
is good.
like lead lap is what you mean.
Yeah, lead lap. Yeah, at least she can stay on the lead lap.
Yeah.
Hey, don't take it away from her. That's probably all she has. Oh, and Brian Scott has just
Yeah.
announced he can
That's
retire this year. So with that, she will go back to being the worst driver.
yes. Yep. She has reclaimed the throne, worst driver in NASCAR. Uh, but it's nice because I don't have to worry about like Kyle Larson getting wrecked by Brian Scott under caution anymore.
He did that under caution. Is that the Bristol race we're talking
Yeah,
about?
I mean it was like the caution just came out, but still, like Brian Scott just went full retard there. Forgot where the brake pedal was. Maybe he thought it was like race back to the line or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the whole format of race back to the line that was before, but I think it was a good safety regulation nonetheless.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know. It's
yeah, like people like Robbie Gordon like exploit because I guess there was like a gentleman's agreement that you don't really pass the leader. I guess under that, unless you're a lap car, like you don't pass the leader for position. And then Robbie Gordon actually did that at Sonoma, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? Are you kidding me?" He won, but I remember a lot of people were pissed off about that.
yeah, that's how Robbie Gordon was, man. That's how he is. That's
Yeah, he hasn't changed.
no, that's what
He's been like that for his
he's the
entire
guy who
racing
breaks all the
career.
rules, and he doesn't give a damn what you think about it.
Yeah,
I think I'm still trying to think. Like there was a way he got his first win at Loudon. That I mean, Jeff Gordon had already won the championship, but he would have enjoyed one more win.
yeah,
And punted him into the wall. Like that was the end of 2001.
yep,
That was kind of a weird race to run because that race was supposed to be run in September, but it was pushed back because of 9/11.
yeah, yeah,
And the funny thing, and it was weird because like to run a race in late New Hampshire, which is in November, like you have to understand like the weather, like it's so much
yeah,
colder at that time. I mean, that's a crazy idea, but hey, they made it work.
yeah. I still remember that. That was bullshit.
And then of course there was his wrecking of Marcos Ambrose at Montreal in 2007.
Yeah,
Not only that, oh god, I'm so yeah, got the black flag, but still celebrated anyway because he considered himself the winner.
yeah. I mean,
That was ballsy. I'll at least give him. I mean, I think he was banned from racing the next day in the Sprint Cup race.
yeah,
But I still I don't know. I found that pretty ballsy. I gained some respect for him just for the burnouts, not
yeah.
because
He definitely had balls, but god damn, if he wasn't like one of the dumbest drivers. Like, I think Montoya is probably the dumbest driver to succeed him
oh
in
really.
the Cup Series.
What exactly was the dumb thing Montoya did?
Just the way he raced people. Like all those open wheel guys when they come into NASCAR, they think like you race Cup drivers the way you race open wheel drivers, and that doesn't work. All
Yeah,
they do is like dive bomb everybody because they think that's how that's what you do on a road course. And so they'll like go to Bristol or something and just like not break at all and run both people into the wall. People are like, what the fuck are you doing? Like
yeah.
Montoya's rookie season, he did that so much, it was unbelievable.
I think I remember all those Clint Boyer interviews about Montoya. Clint Boyer always bore the brunt of Montoya's idiocy.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
All right, so back to Harvick. I mean, for Texas, I think that was a good finish for him, sixth.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, I mean, Texas usually isn't one of his stronger tracks, so at least he was able to keep himself. At least, he was at least able to show he has the possibility. I mean, or sorry, what I'm trying to say is Harvick's at least shown that he can still be a force to be reckoned with on the mile and a halfs, which he's usually weak at.
Lately, yeah,
Yeah, lately.
yeah. I mean, lately he's almost like kind of been weak everywhere.
Yeah, but I
That's
mean, like right now, like his strong suit is the short tracks. It looks like it.
yeah, yeah,
Bristol
like the flat short tracks definitely.
runs, yeah.
Actually,
New
short tracks in
Hampshire,
general, right?
New Hampshire with the win, and of course his wins at Phoenix, which I'm going to go over. He had, like his teammate Kurt Busch, he has 27 starts. He has 8 wins. Let's say, he swept Phoenix in 2006. And of course, he's won the last 3 spring races at Phoenix 2014, 2015, 2016. And he also won 3 in a row in the fall races from 2012 through 2014. And probably would have had it last year if it wasn't for the rain delay.
Yeah,
Finished second, but it was good enough for him to move on to the next round to the
Yep.
championship four.
I will say I don't. Well, oh, sorry.
What?
I didn't mean to interrupt the stats. Or is that all the stats?
Oh no, it's he has 12 top fives, 16 top tens, and his average finish is 10.3, which is the second best out of all the drivers racing on Sunday, at least in the elimination eight.
Yeah. So I was gonna say I don't see him winning this time, because like when he has won in the past, he has had the dominant car like by far. I mean, he's been untouchable. Whereas when he won this year, he really didn't get up front until kind of the end, and he just barely won that. I mean, as everybody saw, it was like the closest finish in Phoenix history. Like, he just barely won that one. I kind
And
of
that
think.
was yeah, and that was actually he only won because Carl Edwards made a stupid decision to try to bump him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you saw, they showed like in slow motion, like it looked at first that Harvick had bumped him, but it was actually Harvick kept his line straight, whereas it was actually Edwards who made the bump, and that actually loosened him up a little bit, and it's ultimately what may have cost him the race.
Yeah, yeah. But like he didn't have the dominant car then, really.
Oh, he didn't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So like he only seems to win when he has the dominant car, except for 2013 when Edwards ran out of gas on the last lap.
I don't see Edwards with the dominant car. I don't. I hope he doesn't make it to the next round. I don't want to see.
Edwards?
Not Edwards. I really don't want to.
Edwards
I,
already made it.
yeah, I know. I don't want to see Harvick. I'm sorry. I do not want to see a Homestead Championship four with Harvick in it.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
getting annoying with him. Yeah. All right. Sixth place, and I'm disappointed because it's the guy who I predicted would win at Texas, Denny Hamlin, who I think he had a good car. He finished ninth. He had a good car. He again pit road problems. It wasn't because of speeding, but it was because he got held up on pit road exiting because of another
Yeah,
car that was pulling in.
it's Trevor Bayne, I think.
I don't think it was Trevor. I think it was either him or Casey Kane.
Okay, I might have been thinking of a different one.
Trevor Bayne was the guy. Was the yeah he overshot his pit box then reversed.
Right, yeah.
Actually got the control tower really pissed off with him.
Unsurprising.
No, yeah, it isn't. But Hamlin's kind of so and so at Phoenix. Doesn't have. I mean, okay. He has. I mean, more than half of his. He has more than half of the races there have ended up with a top 10 finish. But actually, no. I'm sorry. Hamlin's actually really good at Phoenix. He actually has a lot of top fives as well. In fact, I'm looking at this right now. 22 starts, one win, 2012 spring race, 10 top fives, and 12 top tens. Average finish 11, and he's 2 points behind. I mean, yeah, the fact that he's able to get the top fives are good, but it's just that he's not really ever in the top two. That's his problem. Not too
Yeah,
many first or second place finishes.
yeah, yeah. I do remember Phoenix being one of his better tracks, but I think most of that, or well, a lot of that came before the repave. I don't remember how he's been since then. I know he's been all right.
He's done
I think
good. He's done good at the repave. His 2012 one was at the repave.
okay. How many wins does he have there?
One 2012 spring race.
Never mind.
I already talked. Yeah, I already said that.
Oh, sorry.
I think I'll say this. I don't predict Hamlin to win, but I do predict him to be in the championship four. I think he will make it on points.
Yeah. It's. I think anything's possible, really, except for Kurt Busch advancing, honestly. But
Yeah, I guess yeah. I don't think he's gonna win, but I'll give him a better shot than the other.
it would be nice to see him just get completely desperate on a final restart and just not break going into turn one. I mean, that would, Kurt Busch. I mean, yeah, like that would be kind of spectacular just to see him wreck the top five.
Yeah. All right. In fifth place, he's only 1 point behind the cutoff, and this is a bummer for Matt Kenseth because this is one of his weaker tracks. Yeah, Matt Kenseth, who I thought had a bit of a I don't know. I mean, a seventh place finish at Texas was a bit disappointing. I mean, he was. I think he was pretty. I didn't really watch much of the race, but he was pretty consistent from what I saw, from what I heard with his position.
Yeah,
But you expect more from Kenseth. You expect top fives from him at Texas, not really a seventh. And I think that I mean, I think that might actually be what hurts him in the end. I mean, I think Kenseth can get a top 10 at Phoenix, but I just don't think it would be enough. I think it's really going to come down to he could have been better at Texas, is what's going to cost him from getting into the championship four. That's my prediction.
yeah, yeah. I did expect him to run better. I mean, he didn't really even run up front. From what I remember, like any of the race. I mean, like he usually, in fact, like almost always leads last at Texas, and I don't think he did at all this year, or I mean this race. So it was kind of surprising.
Mm. He has 27 starts at Phoenix, but he has one win, which is the 2002 fall race. Quite a while since he's last won there. He has only six top fives in 27 starts and only 11 top tens. His average finish is 17.6. It's the worst out of the Elimination 8 drivers
Yeah,
currently.
yeah. Remember in 2013, like Phoenix more or less cost him the championship.
Yeah, I think he finished like 23rd in that race. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
expected just because of how weak he is at
yeah,
Phoenix, even with a Joe Gibbs car.
yep, pretty much.
He's going to need a lot of luck, but I do not see him moving on to the next round. All right, and next, and oh my God, he is only 1 point ahead of the cutoff, ahead of his teammate Kenseth, Kyle Busch. Please do not make it to Homestead, Kyle Busch. Oh my God.
Yeah, either that or he makes it to Homestead, like completely dominates the race and like blows the tire in the last lap and loses the championship.
That would be
Either one is fine with me.
yeah, that would be preferable.
Just because there's going to be a freak out unlike anything you've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kyle Busch, for him, I mean that he delivered Sunday night at Texas. I have to give him that.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding.
Started in the back with a backup car to finish fifth and avoided a Brian Scott crash.
Yeah, yeah, he like really didn't have a good car for most of the race either. And
Scott he
yeah,
caught
and
fire at the end.
yeah, he also had like that front end damage from the debris that they had to repair, and then after that, he actually worked his way up through the field.
He's a determined driver. I don't really know what there's more to say. But we also expected him to do well at Texas because he had won there in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And he runs. I guess he runs. And I mean, that was a Texas night race because of the rain.
Yeah.
Not really much. I mean, he runs well when it's nighttime at Texas. I think that also factors in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wins the night races a lot. Like in 2013, I think he did,
Yep.
and maybe one other year, but I don't remember.
At Phoenix, he has 22 starts, one win, the 2005 fall race. So it's been a while. Uh, only four top fives, and I think one of them was last year when he was able to clinch a spot in the championship four.
Yeah.
And that was kind of surprising because last year, like we kind of expected him to struggle at all those tracks, those three tracks. But I think he got a top five at all of them. I don't think he got a top five at Texas, but like those three tracks for the Elimination 8, he proved all of his critics wrong by actually showing a strong performance in all of them, and then surprised everybody further by winning Homestead.
Yeah.
This time, I mean, let's look at him now. Kyle Busch, I mean, top five at both Martinsville and Texas. And I think it'll be close between him. I mean, I expect him to finish in the top 10, but as far as my prediction goes, I think Hamlin's going to outrun him for one spot. And I think Logano is just going to finish ahead of him. I think he's gonna miss the championship for by 1 or 2 points. I just see Logano and Hamlin having better races than him,
Yeah,
or better finishes than him. Sorry.
yeah, I agree pretty much.
Yeah, if he misses it by like 1 or 2 points again, massive freak out.
Yeah, I God, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for him to complain about this format if he misses it by like 1 or 2 points. It's like, I ran well all year long, and then get eliminated by just 1 point because then he complained, well, you did like miss a third of the season last year, so you can shut up. Because I think he would be that kind of guy to have like no self awareness and say something like that.
Yeah, I agree. All right, up and the next one is the only driver I just predicted him to actually. He's also 1 point ahead of the cutoff, which is just amazing. I love how it's like those four drivers: Logano, Bush, Kenseth, and Hamlin, all divided by uh, um, all of them just behind by 2 points. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
like
the
four
four.
or 2 points between all four drivers. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Logano, third place right now. 15. Well, first off, Texas. Yeah, good for him. Second place, I can't really say much more to that. Probably upset that the race ended under rain. Probably could have gotten Edwards on the final restarts just because, he's capable of doing it.
Yep. Yep. And if he does get eliminated at Phoenix, he's going to be kicking himself
Oh, yeah.
about that. Yeah. Um, he kind of surprised me at Texas because he started off extremely strong and then he faded pretty quickly after about the halfway point, and I
He
didn't
led
think
like he led
yeah,
almost all the laps, right?
he led like half of them, I think.
Half of them, yeah.
And but then once he started fading, I kind of just wrote him off, and then he managed to just systematically work his way back up and got second.
I think through pit stops, right? Had a good pit
Yeah,
crew.
yeah. So I got to give him
That's
credit
that,
for
that's,
that.
that's probably what he's going to need for Phoenix.
Yep.
But I think he's got it. It'll be close, but I think Logano will clinch the spot, and whew, that puts him in a pretty. I mean, he's good at qualifying at Homestead, but he's not good at finishing at Homestead.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like 2014 was probably the best or the fastest I've seen him beat, but he had that pit road issue on the last restart or on the last caution. I mean, that
Quite a way to ruin your
destroyed.
season. Quite a way
Yeah,
to ruin your season.
yeah. Like they couldn't get the jack up or something like that, and so he went from like second to 20 something on the pit sequence.
Hey, he kept his jack at Talladega, but still won the race.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He can handle a pit road crisis in the middle of the race.
Yep. It's not at the end.
Yeah. With let's see, he's the only driver out of the elimination eight. I already said who doesn't have a win there. Oh, I didn't even go over Kyle Busch's. Oh, sorry, with Kyle Busch's stats, I only went over his win. He has one win in 22 starts. I didn't mention he only has four top fives, but he has 13 top tens. I'm sorry, I'm going back to Kyle Busch, but I didn't finish.
Yeah.
13 top tens in 22 starts, but only four of those top tens were top fives. That's kind of why I don't. It's hard to see Kyle Busch it's hard to see Kyle Busch getting a top five finish that he needs.
Yeah.
Whereas it's easier to sort of picture Logano and Hamlin getting that top five that's needed. Whereas
Yeah.
Busch is probably more likely to get like a seventh or eighth place finish.
I'm I'm very hesitant to call this one because I know we've been saying this almost every week, but I really have been anticipating that one race where everybody has issues, and it really hasn't happened yet.
Well, it kind of it came close. It sort of happened at Charlotte's.
Yeah, no, sorry, I meant like last round. Yeah, you're right. Or not last round, this round. Because like the past 2 years, like Martinsville and Texas have cost people a lot of points. Whereas so far,
Like Phoenix doesn't. That's the thing.
yeah,
Yeah, like
So
everybody who was in the top four at the beginning of the race at Phoenix finished in the top four.
yeah, so it's I don't know. I still think that that one race is coming where just so many people run into problems.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice.
Yeah,
I like to see Edwards have a problem just because it really shows how ridiculous the system is. He just gets into the championship four by virtue of winning Texas while having problems in the other two races. It's sort of the same thing. It's the same thing with Harvick in the first round.
yeah, yep. I agree.
Logano stats, which I was negligent, I had to go back to Bush. 15 starts, no wins, but three top fives, which is pretty good. He had a third place finish last year as well, so he runs good at the Phoenix night race, at the Phoenix fall race, and eight top tens. So again, 50-50 shot. But I mean, when you're more likely to get a top five than Kyle Busch, the stats are on your side. The odds are on your side.
Yeah, he's stepped up his game at Phoenix ever since he was with Penske.
Oh yeah, he has. With Yeah, his average finish is 14.0.
Yeah,
Although
um,
I mean, he ran pretty well at Phoenix even with Gibbs, but some of them it was just bad finishes. Like 2012, Jeff Gordon didn't just take out Clint Boyer, but that
yeah,
collected Logano when he was running in the top 10.
yeah,
Brad Keselowski, oh my God, if Keselowski, who barely missed that, was caught up in it, that would have. I think that would have probably ended the chase system right there.
I
I mean,
wouldn't.
okay, Keselowski would have still won because Johnson had the engine he
Yeah,
had the engine issue,
it's kind of hard to imagine like any
but
amount
if
of disaster ending one of Brian France's ideas
yeah,
because it seems like anytime there is a disaster, he just makes it worse.
but when one of the most popular drivers in the sport, Jeff Gordon, ruins it for you, then like ruins almost the entire chase system.
I wish.
Ruins the entire chase system. Yeah, I wish he did take Keselowski back then. He did take out Keselowski back then. I wish it did happen because hey, maybe Jeff Gordon, through his own selfishness, probably would have saved the sport from going down the dark path that has gone down the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
darker path.
I
The
was about
path
to
is
say
going
it's
dark.
been on a gradual
It's been
descent.
going on a dark path, but it's just gone darker and darker year
Right.
by year.
It's accelerated since 2014.
Oh yeah, it does. But I don't know. Like I said, I think if Gordon had only taken out Keselowski, we could have seen some changes, and Gordon probably would have been a hero for it because he would have saved the sport altogether.
Yeah, who knows?
But no, yeah, probably would have won the 2014 championship too because he won it on points alone. Oh yeah, I will always refer to Jeff Gordon as a seven-time champ from now on.
Yeah,
2004, 2007, 2014, all stolen from him, especially
yeah,
2007. When you
yeah.
finish
I
in
mean,
top, when you
thing
finish in the
is, like,
top,
I really don't consider anybody who wins it under this format to be a champion.
oh yeah,
Like, only in name only, but I, it really truly means nothing to me now when they say Kyle Busch or Kevin Harvick is your champion. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Blake Koch, champion of the
I'm
X
hoping, yeah, if Blake Koch wins it, I will call him champion. But otherwise, otherwise, no.
championship for just absolutely giving Brian France the ultimate fuck you.
Yeah, although I'm sure Brian France won't allow it. Like he will have like a bomb hidden somewhere in Eric Koch's car if it looks like he's going to win the championship. Just detonated.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, we'll go down to the two guys who who have clinched it, and I'll start off with Carl Edwards because technically he's in second. Oh boy, he said he was gonna win Texas after he cut his tire at Martinsville. I was kind of laughing to myself, but like Trump, he surprised us.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Ran
actually pretty
ran up,
surprised.
hey, yeah, ran in the top like three, really just the top two almost all day long, and just caught them all on the pit stop, that last pit stop, which it just goes to show how strong Gibbs is as a pit crew. I
Yeah,
mean, it's like
their pig crews are the best.
all four. It's like all four of them too. Yeah,
Yeah.
They have like yeah, they have the best pickers. It used to be Hendrick that used to have the best, but even they've been fading away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty
Johnson's
damn valuable when
yeah, I mean Johnson's pit crew is still pretty good, but I don't consider them Gibbs level.
yeah. I wonder like how long it's gonna be before they're like under 10 seconds for a four tire stop. 'Cause if you look at like the evolution of pit stops in NASCAR, they used to be like 20 to 30 seconds back in the 90s.
Yeah. Now it's not that hard to get it under 13.
Yeah, I mean that's 13 is like slow for most people. So
When I started watching, I think like in where I really started watching in 2007, I would always expect 14, 15.
yeah.
Maybe it'll be changed to 3 lug nuts instead of 5.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see them do like Formula One style pit stops where like they're allowed to have all the tires out and ready to pick guys over the wall. Because like Formula One pit stops now are quite literally like 2 seconds or less.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You ever see? I think was they have 14 men over the wall. I think for Formula One pit stop.
Yeah, Formula. Yeah, pretty much. They have
14
one guy for like every available facet of the car.
because what is it? 12 guys for each of the tires. One to change. Yeah, one to one to pull out the lug nuts. One to pick up the old tire, and another guy to put in the new tire.
Yeah.
And then I think one guy to pick up the jack from the front, and I think another guy to. I don't actually know what the 14th guy is for, but I mean, come on, a 14-man pit, 14 men over the wall. That's insanity.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're efficient.
Yeah, well, that's for Edwards. That's his 4th win at Texas, which puts him next to Johnson. Well, Johnson has 6, but it at least shows Carl Edwards is still capable of getting it done at Texas. Even for the next years to come, I think he could get a 5th or 6th win.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends. Because I think they're going to the new rules package next year.
That might work to his advantage. It'll work to a Gibbs advantage altogether.
I well, I don't know.
I mean, when they did the
Maybe.
new rules package at Kentucky, who won the race? Kyle Busch.
Yeah, but then Larson and Logano won it the other two times. So, like, I don't remember Gibbs being that good that those Michigan races, but who knows?
Well, for Gibbs, that's yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't see them being as good as they are this year. I think Hendrick actually looked really strong.
Yeah. Well, with last year, Carl Edwards was screwed by rain at Phoenix, but
Yeah. Wait, it was Keselowski that won Kentucky.
no, 2015
Yeah,
was
no, I know, but I'm talking next year. The rules package is the one they ran at Michigan, and possibly I can't remember if they ran it at Kentucky this year. They might have because
yeah.
they like reduced downforce even more. But anyway, it's a digression.
So, but I was talking about the rain. Like last year at Phoenix, Carl Edwards got screwed by the rain shortened race. This time, a rain shortened race works to his advantage because, again, I think it would have been very likely that Joey Logano could have overtaken him on a restart.
Yeah, I think Logano would have won that if it went green, just
Yeah,
because he was so desperate and he was in third. He's probably the best on restarts. So
he was in second, so he would have started in the front row.
no, it was Junior was first, and then Harvick was second, and then
Oh no,
Logano.
I'm talking about Texas.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Phoenix last year.
No, I'm talking about Texas.
Yeah. Well, even Texas,
Texas
right?
last week. Yeah,
Yeah,
because Logano could have won because he would have started second, right next
yeah.
to
Sorry,
Edwards on it. Yeah, that could have.
I agree.
So I'm saying that's why the rain works to Carl Edwards' advantage this time. Yeah, but again, surprising. I didn't expect Edwards to make it this far. I was kind of shocked when he made it to the elimination 8. Now at this point, I'm thinking he's more favored to win the championship than Jimmy Johnson because he runs better at Homestead.
Yeah, maybe over Jimmy, but not over whoever else makes it.
Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think Jimmy and Edwards are going to finish like third and fourth in the standings. I don't
That's
know what order, but
yeah. That'd be kind of nice to see. I wouldn't mind if Edwards won because he should have been the winner of 2011, even 2008 for the
Yeah.
championship. He won it on points. But, fuck Carl Edwards. I'm still mad at him for wrecking Gordon at Daytona in 2008. Hey, I don't forget, man. All right.
Yeah, I know. I
And I,
know.
and I, I just, I don't know. I don't find him to be a very good. I just have a problem with his personality
Yeah,
altogether as well.
I agree.
He tries to paint himself as a nice guy, but you look at how he behaves on the track. He isn't.
Yep. Yep.
Very duplicitous. So screw him in the end, and I'll just leave it at that.
Pretty much.
Now for Phoenix, he has 24 starts, 2 wins, 2010 fall race, and
And
and the 2013 spring race.
yep.
Would have won the 2013 fall race to sweep it, but had to run out of fuel coming to the white flag.
Yeah. And then of course this year nearly got it, but
Oh yeah.
oh
So he's this is a guy who runs well at Phoenix, and he will be my prediction to win. I think Edwards is going to play spoiler, kind of like Logano last year with the contender 12 races by sweeping it.
yeah.
Spoil, some other guy wants maybe Kevin Harvick or perhaps even Joey Logano might want to win it. It'd be fun to see Carl Edwards play spoiler.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I'm sorry, not Logano, Hamlin. I think
Yeah,
Logano could actually
I know.
handle a second place finish. That's at least more likely.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun. Yeah. So 8 top 5s, which is so and so. 13 top 10s. His average finish is 11.8, which is the fourth best out of the 8 drivers remaining. And I mean, 11.8 is already good on its own compared to anybody else.
Yep.
All right. And of course, I'll end with Jimmy Johnson, which 11th place finish at Texas. Just like we predicted, he wasn't really going to be a contender. He doesn't really care to be a contender when he's already clinched it at Martinsville.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, I'm so
well
happy. I'm just happy to see that winning streak end with all the 4 fall Texas races in a row. Sick of him dominating there.
well he finished 11th, remember, because he came in when it started raining and got tires because he on the gamble that it would dry up again. I think he was like running fifth before that. So 11th isn't necessarily indicative of where he was during the race, but yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
Uh,
like you, I'm glad to see that streak end. It was getting it was getting old.
yeah. For his Phoenix stats, 26 starts, 4 wins, which, let me see. He won 3 fall races in a row, 2007 through 2009, and he won the 2008 spring race. So he hasn't won at Phoenix in over 7 years. For a
Yeah.
while he used to be we always thought of him as the dominant car at Phoenix before it kind of became Kevin Harvick's track a few years later.
Yep. I was about to say that he hasn't really been that. He's been like a top 10 driver for sure, but not really a top 5
Yeah, and
driver.
that 3 year like interval between when it was Johnson's track and Harvick's track, like there were a lot of like surprise winners. Yeah, Jeff Gordon won the last race there before the repave. Casey Kane got a surprise win. That was like one of the last races for Red Bull Racing when they were still around. Even
Yeah.
Mark Martin got a win there, which that was like the win that actually gave him that just miracle 2009 season.
Yeah.
If only he had won it, that would have
That would have been pretty crazy.
It would have been a crazy. What a, I mean, it was still a good story though. Mark Martin's
Yeah.
2009 season just coming out of nowhere.
Yeah. He had like what, like 5 wins?
5 wins, and like
Yeah.
3 of them were night races.
Yeah. Yeah. It was impressive. Um,
It was just sad to see him fade away after that. We had such high expectations for him coming into 2010 and after, and he just struggled. He just consistently struggled after that. Never recovered in 2011, and he could have won that race at Michigan that he was leading before he crashed into the inside inner pit wall.
yeah.
Could have killed himself, if that had just been
Yeah.
just a
He
few more.
also, well, I don't want to say should have, but he could have won Pocono in 2012, but he
Joey
kind of
Logano.
screwed up.
Yep.
And then Logano got to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice, but what can you do?
Yep.
So for all right, so I'm kind of going off track here. So 4 wins, 15 top five. So 15 for 26 in terms of getting a top five. Which fuck, do the math. Let me just get
Would you say 15 out of 26?
yeah.
Uh, yeah, that doesn't really neatly break down. That's like a little over. That's about like what, almost 58%, I think.
Yeah, 57.6% or 57.7. So yeah, just those are his odds of getting a top five. So really tells you a lot. And he has 19 top tens.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like we
He's
have,
certainly not bad at Phoenix. I haven't seen much out of him recently.
and that's
So I
because he
don't.
got 73% chance of him getting a top 10, which is, and his average finish is 7.8, which like Martinsville with his 7.5 finish. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just one of those times where you have to say, wow.
yeah.
And that's
It's pretty
because
much.
he's so consistent. Even if he's not winning, I mean, 4 wins, you would expect more, but he gets those second and third place finishes. There's not really much more to say. And but you're right though, like especially with the fall races, he's had some bad moments. 2012 when he was leading the chase standings and lost it. Well, he also had the struggle. He also had the blown in Jeanette Homestead, but he cut his tire down at Phoenix and wrecked his car coming out of turn four. That was a shocker to everybody.
Yeah.
And didn't he also crash there in 2014? I know he got
Uh,
39. He got a 39th place finish in 2014 at Phoenix. I do not know what the cause was.
yeah, I don't remember. I thought it was a mechanical failure.
Yeah, it may have been a mechanical failure,
Um,
but it does show. I mean, and think about it. That's every other year. 2012, 2014, maybe 2016 again. I mean, it's not going to affect anything because he's already in, but it's kind of nice to see him struggle at a track you expect him to do well at. Like I think there was like with Dover.
yeah. Um, yeah, pretty much. Let's see. I
So
guess we didn't say where anybody qualified, did we?
yeah, we'll get to that later.
Okay.
Oh, and Bowman's on the pole, which just
Yeah.
goes to show you, right? I mean, but
He,
I'll say with Bowman, quite a qualifier. He started second at Charlotte.
Yeah, he has been qualifying well. I'll give him that. Like
Can't
he's a consistent top 10 qualifier since he's been in this car. Um, I'm just kind of pissed that he edged out Larson of all people. Larson hasn't had a pole this season.
You think Larson? Who do you predict to win? Do you think it might be a non-chaser or?
Yeah, so you're gonna like this. I actually think Chase Elliott is gonna do it
You're insane. I mean,
because Alan Gustafson has been good at Phoenix no matter who the driver is.
yeah, Mark Martin in 2009, Jeff Gordon in 2011 with the win, and I mean, even with Jeff Gordon, he got him a second place finish, almost got in
Yeah,
to
I mean
the
Gordon was really
2014.
strong at Phoenix after he had Gustafson.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was actually one of his better tracks after they
Would
paired
have
up.
he would have had a top three finish at Phoenix in the spring race of 2015 if Gustafson didn't have him go in for four tires instead of two.
Yeah,
That's the concern. It's like, is Gustafson going to make another boneheaded call at the end?
maybe. But Chase Elliott looked really strong in the practices. He starts third, and I don't know. I mean, like Gustafson really doesn't matter who's driving. Like he gives him a good car.
All
Um,
right,
so I could see him happen. I could see him doing it.
I'd like to see a rookie win. That's all. It's been a while since. Oh no, I'm sorry, Busher was it? But I mean, come on, that didn't really feel like
Yeah,
a.
that's not a real win. It's not a real
I
win.
mean, it is,
That was
but
a
it's just
fake win.
fake win. Yeah, it just didn't. It is. It doesn't feel real, but
Yeah.
it's always nice to see a rookie actually get it on merit. I do consider Montoya's win to be on merit, even though it was a road course. Whatever. That 2007 win for Montoya felt pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
not that I liked him. It just like it felt real. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And all right, I think yeah, but you also agree with me. You think it's going to be Logano and Hamlin that get the last two spots.
Yeah, I definitely see Logano. Well, the thing is though, they're all so close that if one thing were to happen to somebody, that kind of seals the deal. Unless Harvick or Kurt Busch wins, um,
Oh, that'd
which it
be
would be kind of hilarious if Kurt Busch won, because then that would like really just make things pretty wild. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be. I don't know. I really hope it for once we get like a really interesting kind of like clusterfuck of a race, because we've kind of been denied that so far this chase.
yeah. I will say this. I want it would be fun to see Austin Dillon crack. You talked about Austin Dillon maybe wrecking Harvick, which would probably suspend him for Homestead. It'd be interesting to see somebody else in the 3 car because like the only reason like Austin Dillon's in the 3 car is because he's Richard Childress's grandson.
Yeah, well, it
So
would probably be Ty Dillon.
but oh yeah, because like you can't really imagine anybody who's not closely connected to Richard Childress being in the 3 car. But it would be a weird thing to see that. Probably would scare a lot of Dale Earnhardt fans. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of them don't even like the fact that the 3 car's back. But
Yeah, I don't think any Dale Earnhardt fans root for Austin Dillon. They're all junior fans.
yeah, that's probably true. Um, yeah, all right. I think that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, we'll see how. I think this is gonna be one of the better Phoenix races. I think this will. I mean, maybe not as exciting as 2014, but a lot more exciting than last year.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's kind of like yeah, it's like this. It's like the official semifinals race. That's how
Yeah.
Phoenix feels like right now.
Yep.
It's kind of a good feeling, but yeah. All right. And I think with that, I'm going to get off.